Love stays, presence fades. Silence is a heavy room. It started with a photo of a lukewarm cup of coffee on my desk, the phone long gone, staring back at me while the rain tapped against the window. I typed out, "The coffee shop down the street finally changed their playlist," and it made me think of that rainy Tuesday we spent hiding from the storm. My thumb hovered over the send button for a solid minute. Then, I deleted it. I typed it again. And deleted it again. That's how it feels lately, this constant, quiet negotiation with my own desire to share the texture of my day with someone who seems to have moved on to a different frequency. It isn't a fight. There is no shouting, no shattered plates, no grand betrayals to point at and say, "This is where it broke." It is something far more insidious and quiet. It is the way the distance between us has become a habit, like the way we both automatically turn off the hallway light without checking if the other is still walking through it. We live together, yet we exist in separate, airtight compartments. I watch you scroll through your phone in bed, the blue light catching the sharp angle of your jaw, and I want to tell you about the elderly man at the grocery store who bought 2 different brands of cat food because he couldn't remember which one his cat liked. I want to tell you that the sky turned a bruised, impossible purple at 6 p.m., and it made me feel small. I want to tell you that I felt a flicker of panic when I couldn't find my keys, and for a split second, I didn't know who to call. But then I look at you, and you are miles away, deep in the digital labyrinth of your screen. Your silence isn't peaceful, it's a closed door. The hardest part isn't the loneliness itself, it's the performative act of us that we still maintain. We ask, "How was your day?" when we both know the answer is a script we've rehearsed until it lost all meaning. "Fine," you say, not lifting your head. "Good," I reply, my voice dropping an octave, retreating into the safety of a polite lie. I find myself catching small, mundane details just to fill the void. I memorize the way you take your eggs, slightly overcooked, just like you like them, and the way you hum that specific, tuneless song when you're stressed. I keep these facts tucked away like dried flowers in a book, useless but precious. I feel like a ghost in my own relationship, haunting the edges of your attention, waiting for you to look up and see me, not just the function I serve in your life. There are moments when I reach out to touch your shoulder, and I stop halfway, my hand retreating to my own lap. I am terrified of being an imposition. I am terrified that you will look at me with that polite, distant kindness that hurts more than anger ever could. The exhaustion is a physical weight now. It's the fatigue of trying to bridge a gap that you don't even seem to notice exists. I am tired of being the only one keeping the map of our shared memories alive. I am tired of being the one who remembers the anniversary of that first date, while you struggle to remember what we had for dinner last night. I think about the mornings we used to have, the slow coffee, the messy conversations, the feeling that the world outside was just background noise to our center. Now, the center has shifted. We are satellites orbiting a dying star, keeping our distance to avoid being pulled into the collapse. I want to say, I miss you, but you are sitting 3 feet away. How do you explain the absence of someone who is physically present? How do you tell someone that their indifference is a slow, quiet drowning? I go to the kitchen to get a glass of water. The floorboards creak, a sound I've grown to hate because it's the only thing that breaks the stagnant air between us. You don't look up. You don't ask if I want anything. You just exist in your space, and I exist in mine, and the silence settles over us like dust. I realize then that the most painful kind of heartbreak isn't the kind that ends with a slammed door. It's the kind that keeps the door wide open, but leaves the rooms empty. It's the slow erosion of being known. It's the realization that I am still waiting for you to come home, while you've already checked out of the building. I look at the coffee cup again, cold and stagnant. I don't send the text. I just put the phone down, turn off the bedside lamp, and watch the darkness swallow the room. I lie there, listening to your breathing, waiting for a connection that I know, deep down, is no longer there. I am here, but I am alone, and I am learning how to live in the space between the person you were and the stranger you have become. It is a quiet, hollow sort of grief. It is the sound of a heart folding itself up, neatly and without complaint, into a place where it no longer needs to be seen.